The Pro Bowl came out today, and I got to ask you, does the Pro Bowl mean squat to players?
Of course it means something. I like being in L.A., man. You got to do something about the pollen, the smog or something. Like, it's killing my allergies and everything.
It takes like a year to adjust to. You'll be all right, though.
Okay. But back to the Pro Bowl.
So you liked it. It meant something to you.
Well, number one, anytime they're keeping score and when you can be voted by your peers as being one of the best, I thought that was very, very important.
Sure.
I think that how players who you play against, how they feel about you, opposing coaches, opposing defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators, how they feel about you. And I believe it's important that the fans, because you are in the entertainment business, that the fans, the portion that they play, that the fans would like your skill. And once you retire, you go from being hated to Green Bay fans, Detroit fans. They stop me everywhere and be like, wow, man, I used to hate you, but now I love you. So I think it's very important as a professional.
Now, did you like playing in the game?
I love playing in the game for a number of reasons. I thought it was a tremendous honor to be voted into the Pro Bowl. And then I thought it was a point when I first made it to prove that I belong there. So I thought, I'm going to go over here and show these guys. We're going to have a week of practice.
With Deion.
And, well, Deion was one of my favorites because there were certain times during practice, and he would say to Michael Irvin, myself, and Jerry Rice, okay, bro, we're live now. So you get a chance to go against them in a rare atmosphere to challenge yourself and to see your overall ability. Jerry Rice was the most phenomenal role model because even after he separated his shoulder in Super Bowl against San Diego, he was taped up on the table 2 days later, ready to go. The doctors had to tell him, you're not going to be able to play, Jerry, but he was trying to practice. And so for me, he kind of set an example for me, if you're voted into the Pro Bowl, how you should approach it.
Now, you later coached the Pro Bowl.
Yes.
The players think like that now.
No. What they think about now in between the thoughts of money, I mean, besides social media, money, no, they're and definitely trying to avoid getting hurt. And I have nothing against them and their mindset because we live in a different world.
Sure.
There's so much money that's guaranteed, the amount of money that's at stake to play in another game. And this is not the Major League Baseball All-Star game. This is not the NBA, no, you can get hurt. And every play that you're out there against another highly skilled, highly talented player,
he could light you up.
He could light you up. And you could be going, say, on a scale of 1 to 5, you say, I'm going to play this like a 3 or 4. And if he come hit you at a 4 or 5, you're hurt. And there's nothing you can do about it.
So how do we tweak it?
I don't really think you can change too much. I mean, it's a bad game.
Why don't if you just – what if you just made the Pro Bowl? Would it be enough if I just gave you the honor and there's no game?
I prefer – when you go away from Hawaii, you've already kind of taken away some of the things that are really, really special. Because Hawaii is really one of the special places in the world to go. I've been to Hawaii 8 times. How many times I've been to the Pro Bowl? 8 times. And typically for your family, if you go to a military base, you go do something through one of the NFL charities, you can go to one of the other islands. So I've been to all the other islands. I typically would spend 2 weeks there. It's a way to really get away from football, enjoy yourself. So I think when you're taking that away, you've kind of limited the options that the pro has now. And they have plenty of money. They can fly themselves to Hawaii and they can buy an island.
We don't ask our actors and actresses when they win an Oscar to go on stage and act. Why don't we just give you guys the Pro Bowl and don't ask you to play? It's an honor. You get a bonus.
I mean, it definitely should be, the game should be eliminated.
That makes sense.
I mean, because it's a joke for which the speed and lack of intensity some of the players are going to play at.
So I said earlier today, the world could have changed had Drew Brees had his physical past and ends up with Nick Saban. I've heard you don't necessarily think Nick works in the NFL.
Well, Nick can coach. He can coach in any league. But his overall system and what he wants to do from a practice standpoint, the ability to be able to control the roster, not control the roster, Nick doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. And overall recruiting, he's not going to out-recruit another billionaire, because he can offer pretty much the same amount of money, but he can't offer the things he can offer a college football player as far as his opportunity to be able to play at a great university, play in a great conference, and to play pro football. But Nick Saban is going to put some wear and tear on you. If you think you're going to Alabama and it's Cupcake City, you got another thing coming. I mean, he's running practice on this side, 1s and 2s on one field, 1s and 2s on the other field. So it was the perfect match, Alabama and Nick Saban.
Because Alabama cares about winning games, period.
Yes, and he is the CEO, president, general manager of that. And he's coaching pro football. It just happens to be the University of Alabama's pro football team in the state of Alabama playing college football with a pro team. So Nick has created his own NFL. And I know his wife loves Tuscaloosa. He loves Tuscaloosa. But that system that he runs from a day-to-day, and also the strain he puts on the coaches. Our collective bargaining agreement will not let Nick Saban coach effectively in the NFL.
Oh, really?
Now, Belichick has adapted to the new rules, lack of practice, lack of contact, and been very successful. Nick Saban, he wouldn't be able to do that because of the way he practices.
Cris Carter, Hall of Famer, joining us. So a running back for Baylor, Shock Lynwood, who's kind of a fringy draft guy, may get drafted, may not, is not going to play in a bowl game. How's that sit with you?
Well, he's not playing. Why?
He doesn't want to get banged up.
Well, based on his lack of getting banged up in his years of participating, because he's not a great player, he's not a great prospect. I don't know why he would want to play one less football game. And I've talked to some college coaches. I've talked to Urban Meyer. You won't be seeing this at Ohio State. I mean, you won't be seeing guys pull out from the bowl game. Now, you'll be seeing plenty of guys get pro-ready, but they'll do it with a bowl game, and then they'll go somewhere.
What if somebody said to Urban, I want to play in this? Now, not this year, but let's say next year.
I don't want to speak for Urban.
Okay.
But I have talked for Urban. He don't like the rule. He don't like what's going on. That's all. As far as any other conversation, I'm going to have to let Urban answer to that. But I think the overall commitment to the university, commitment to your brothers, that's what Urban is pushing. And the university has produced a lot of players. Who said McCafferty and Fournette, this is the way? Now, they've decided to do it. One thing that we can't eliminate, though, this is a family decision. I don't agree with it, but this is a family decision. McCafferty's got two parents in his household. They're more than capable of making that decision. If they don't want their son to play and they've decided they don't want him to play, I can respect a mother and a father's decision more compared to just saying kids aren't going to play in the game. You know, if a family comes up at Fournette, if he's in a financial situation, say, you know something, my family, my mother, I've talked to them, and we've decided I don't want to play. I'm not going to argue with that, but I'm not going to like kids not playing because I believe you get better by playing.
So Ezekiel Elliott jumps in that Salvation Army drum or whatever it was called. Kettle, my bad. Thank you, Greg. It was a kettle, not a drum. It was a kettle. He jumps in it. And Odell and Le'Veon Bell say, oh, come on. Well, where's the fine? What about us?
All right.
Now, I said a couple days ago, Odell is like the spoiled child who complains that his parents won't give him a second bowl of ice cream.
Right.
Like they gave him one. He wants a second bowl. Now he's yelling at the parents. So to me, I wish Odell would stop whining. What did you make of the whole situation?
Well, the fine schedule and the percentage for which the fines go up, it's well documented. All the players know. All the agents know. First time offense, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time. So they know what the fine's going to be. So if they decide to do it, they have decided that if I've been fined once, this is going to be stage 2. So they know the penalty. Odell has no reason to complain. Like they really do. Le'Veon Bell, I mean, he really shouldn't be talking based on what he's endured on the field. Remember those drug tests? Remember they weren't supposed to be positive? He told us that. So, like, they know the system. They know the fine schedule. It's been collectively bargained, guys. Here we go with the NFL players arguing about something that they agreed to. So why are we having this discussion? Because you should know the rules. It's printed out. It's documented. You and your agent know it. So, no, there's not a double standard.
This is what I was telling a friend of mine who was upset that Trump lost the popular vote. And I said, in a baseball game, you can have more hits than me, but it's about runs.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to hear you won the popular vote, but I won the electoral vote because you know it going in. What you're basically, if you know the rules going in, don't whine about them.
They know all the rules. They make conscious decisions to do all these things. Now, what Zeke did, of course, they're going to send him a letter. Hey, Zeke, if you do that again, because just like they do everyone else, they give you a warning because he hadn't been warned yet. The other guys have been warned, fined, and other things.
So Mike Shanahan came on the show, very successful football coach. He talked about, I said, would you be interested in the Rams job? And here's what Mike Shanahan said an hour ago in the herd.
I think it'd be a lot smarter to take Kyle than it would me. I think I would give a organization maybe a lot more input from top to bottom on, the little things that are the difference in the structure of the organization. I'm not looking for a head coaching job, to be honest with you. I think maybe I could help an organization some way of what it takes to win Super Bowls. But I think really that this game is for younger guys.
What'd you make of that?
I like it. I mean, I like the fact that he's kind of analyzed where he is. I talked to Mike last year, so I'm not very surprised by the way he looked at things. But also, I think that he's been very successful.
Yes.
He's made a lot of money.
Oh, I saw his house in Denver.
Oh!
It's a ski lodge.
Yeah, he can't even sell that thing unless somebody's putting up a resort or something. I mean, Mike has been very successful. He has a very successful son. So he has the rare combination that, yes, I've helped pick players. I can bring some stability to the franchise, but also for a younger coach's standpoint, innovative, creative. He believes the package between him and his son is the best package. And I like people who understand their strengths and their weaknesses. I couldn't do a show like you're doing. You're crazy. You're
not crazy.
You're crazy talented too.
Oh, I like that part, yeah.
But I couldn't do this show. So you have to put yourself in life when you get a chance to do things that really highlight your skills and really not your weaknesses.
I like the fact, like you, Shanahan takes a deep breath. I'm 64. I could add something to an organization, but It's a young man's game.
It really is.
It really is.
It is. And I like the fact that he's just not – success is important to a person like Shanahan. And why would I put myself just for salary in a position to look bad? Because I remember when they were talking about Mike Shanahan, one of the bright young football minds, and San Francisco, his offense, Denver, the offense he ran there. So Mike, I got a lot of respect for Mike as a football person, and I believe he would be a tremendous asset to the head of an organization.
Good seeing you, bud.
Hey, man, I'm around. Do something about the smog, the pollen.
I'll do it, man.
Help
I can't change this city overnight.